What's going on, everybody? Everybody. Just gonna throw up a random video. Why not? Because I love you, that's why, and I've missed you all. Virtual hug. Nah, but I'm still in the process of processing that last Goodwill Bins pickup I picked up that I told you about in one video, where I literally stuffed every inch of my car with products. Ended up spending $489.83 at the Goodwill outlet. I'm estimating there's going to be about 1,500 items, 13 to 1,500 items, which should bring over time, when they sell, $15,000-ish. So turning that's why I love the outlet. You can turn $500 into $15,000. Obviously, it's not all going to sell quick, and it's over time, and all of it's not going to eventually sell probably. But, well, the way I do it, everything eventually sells, because I'll mark it down to 99 cents if I have to, just to get rid of it. And if it's outlet, it's under 50 cents anyway. So even at 99 cents, you've already far made your money back. And what that can do, that if you, like I just marked, it was 146 items today, down to $1.99, clearance stuff that was in my store for over a year. And it was, $20 stuff, $30 stuff that I had priced high that I just never, I guess, marked down over time. I'm like, well, crap. Marked it all down to $1.99 and let it fly out. And what that does is help generate customers to come back and keep looking at your store too, and looking for those bargains and stuff like that. So even over time, if you mark it down, you can't look at it as like it's a waste of time or whatever. Kind of look at it as it's a way to bring different customers in, people who's looking for the bargain. So what I did is I went to the garage, grabbed a bag and a tote that I had filled over at the outlet. So I don't even know what's exactly in here. So I figured, I'm just going to process this, go through it, and we'll take a look, and maybe we'll have something to talk about here. I remember pulling these out over at the outlet. I saw that and I go, oh, the band posters. But I didn't undo it to see what it was. And it felt like there's more than one here. They are paper clipped together. I don't know if they're all going to be the same or not, or if it's just a long one. Oh, there we go. So we got him. Okay. Pretty cool. So they're all different. Let's see what else we got here. AFI. That's somebody hand drew that. I believe that's their logo band on one of their albums, I believe. I'm not too familiar with the band. AFI. I think what I do know about them is, I think the lead singer used to be a porn star, if I remember correctly, if that's the right band. So let's see what else we got here. Oh, nice. Oh, I thought it was signed. Oh, it is signed, ain't it? Casino Madrid, Robots, debut album. So that's autographed. That's cool. Let's see what else we got. Yeah. This is autographed too. Broken Side. I'm not even familiar with this band. And it's signed. I'm going to bring this up on Spotify and see who they are, see what they sound like. Who? Oh. Don't say it. That is not going to be me in 20 years. Don't say it. Oh. I knew you were thinking that, right? All right, what do we got here? Nice, there's AFI. Kick ass, that's a cool poster. Nice. More than what I thought. Awesome. That's cool. Love that stuff. All right, it's been chilly out here, man. Chilly willy. Cool Hard Rock London with the old school tag tagged in there. Nice, that's cool. I like that. Man, I love the outlet. If I could, I'd be there every day grabbing stuff. James, well, if you get employees to list your stuff and so you can get it listed quicker and get it sold quicker, you could go every day. Yeah, I know. Bass Pro. What is that? I ain't even going to try to pronounce that. I'll let you try to pronounce it. Because I ain't looking like a fool in front of this camera. Why would I do that? New York Islanders. Do. Hockey, Blues game tonight. Yes. We beat Dallas last night. I was worried about beating Dallas last night because Dallas was the team I worried about last year in the playoffs. I told everybody, if we get past Dallas in the playoffs, we're going to win the Stanley Cup. And we did. Barely got by them, but we did. So I was worried about them this year, but we dominated that game last night. And we're not even healthy, and they were. So if you're into hockey, you understand where I'm coming from there. I don't know who signed that. It's AAA hat. So who would sign a AAA hat? I don't know. I wouldn't even be able to figure that out. Bunge. It's a Nike hat, Nike golf hat, but I have to look up that brand and see who it is. What else we got here? Mount Rushmore, where I took my dad. I'm sure you heard the story if you watched all my other videos. I asked my dad when he moved in, where's one place he's never been that he wanted to go, and he said the mountain with the faces on it. I go, mountain with the faces on? Oh, Mount Rushmore. He goes, yeah. So we took him on a trip to Mount Rushmore. Oh yeah, I remember grabbing this. This is cool. Vintage Papa Smurf hat. Trucker. That's kick-ass. That's cool. That is cool. Cool beans. Tropical Twister. Student active. Huh, I don't even remember grabbing that. I don't even know why I would have grabbed that. Unless it was mixed with something else. Oh, that's cool. It's got some, oh, that's Grant's Farm. Grant's Farm here in St. Louis. Used to be owned by Anheuser-Busch. Or is it? The people who owned Anheuser-Busch used to own Grant's Farm, but the people, they sold Anheuser-Busch, but I think they kept Grant's Farm. I don't remember, don't recall. It's a cool shirt. I have to make sure I can get that cleaned. Make sure that comes out anyway, I should say. These I grabbed for me more or less to sell. I'll go through them. Got a bunch of these. I left a lot of them there too. I love trains. Love trains. If I had one hobby I could spend money and time and had space for, trains would be it. I'm talking whole freaking scenery, settings. I would deck it out. We went to this place when I was doing a dealer trade. I told you about dealer trades, where I used to do dealer trades for a dealership, take a car from one dealership to another, pick up another, bring it back. And during so I would hit thrift stores and stuff along the way and sightsee and stuff like that. And they would pay me $10 an hour to do it all. So, but there was a place in Colorado where it pulled off the side of the road. And it was just like a perfect scene. It looked like a train layout scene. Just the mountains with the water, with a train track going through, the highway on the side of a mountain. And I'm a big scenery person. I love to go. I haven't been hiking in a long time. I love to go hiking. If you go way down on my YouTube channel, you'll see some old hiking videos from Sedona, where I swear I was going to die. So I videotaped the whole thing coming down because I was out of water and thought I was going to collapse. But love to hike, love trains. So pretty kick-ass. I saw this. I grabbed it. I was going to look it up there, but I forgot. But USPS. I guess it's a book for collectible stamps, for people collecting stamps. So it looked vintage. It looked like it had at least the vintage look to it. So hopefully that'll be worth something. What else we got here? That's cool. Nash Rambler, 1902. I'd love to drive some of these old cars. Something I'll probably never ever have the chance to do because I'm just not making the chance to do it. I should make the chance to do it. I should get in more cars and maybe resell cars and stuff like that. That's cool. If I can get it clean. I don't know if that's a wine or what. I don't know. So, let's see. What do we got here? Your mom would like me. That's funny. Maybe I should wear that one. That should be my shirt. What do we got here? Ooh, that's vintage too. The Bears, 2000. That's cool. I don't even know if you can see it. I ain't paying attention. Denver Broncos. So that's vintage too. Pro player. Nice. I think both of these t-shirts I should be able to put up for, I don't know, 25 bucks at least. Pretty kick-ass. Pair of Kobe's. I was grabbing shoes over there. I didn't even pay attention. 2 pairs I already had to throw back in the giveaway because they were coming apart. Because I didn't even pay attention. So, some little Kobe's. Kobe. Ugh, these are dirty. I saw Air Max, so I grabbed them. Some Air Max. There's a big following for Air Max shoes if you find Air Max shoes. I personally don't like wearing them because they're a little narrow for my feet, but good shoe with a good following. Just another pair of basic Nikes. So, what else we got in here? Oh yeah. A friend of mine picked these up and he ended up throwing them back. I thought he only found one, so I'm like, dude, did you find the other one? He goes, yeah, I threw it back right there. So some Jordan 7s? 7s, it's been a minute. 7, 6s are the others, so this is 7s, right? 304. Let's see what we can get out of them. Size 12C. 12C, that should be about 25 bucks. $25. If they sell. If they sell. The other one's in here somewhere, or around somewhere. Another Nike. So Nike, just do it. Better get these out. Found some classical albums. So, well, that's clearly not classical, I don't think. No. I love finding stuff like this. I've probably told this story a million times, but when I like finding independent artists, indie artists, because a lot of times what will happen is either that person, like this was recorded in Columbia, Illinois, like this person or a family member of one of the band members, whatever, will buy an item from me and go, thank you, I've been looking for that item forever. And no, who's going to buy something like this and put it up on eBay? Probably nobody but me. And I do that with all kinds of stuff, from LPs to branded hats to even keychains. I had a keychain for a small town like trailer maker, and I actually ended up giving him the keychain. It was a son, and like his father had owned the business, and when he died they closed the business down or something like that, and I ended up just giving him the keychain. That was actually before I even listed it on eBay. I showed it on Facebook because it's from the same town that my brother had lived in and was an officer down there. So the word got around that I had this keychain, and I just sent it to him. But I get that all the time from people with whether it's hats. The last thing I remember off the top of my head was a couple of hats from a dealership. I think maybe Quincy, Illinois, or somewhere, Edwardsville, Illinois, maybe something. And she was buying them for her son, or for her husband, whose dad owned that had owned that dealership. So that was cool. And I love getting the emails about that kind of stuff. So I'm looking this guy up just to see if there's any for sale out there anywhere. None on eBay. Even Discogs has none for sale. One sold back in February. There was one listed and sold for 40 bucks. So I'll probably put them up for 50, $49.99. Got that one and that one. So you might be asking yourself, what defines like an indie artist? How can you tell if it's an indie artist? The biggest thing is you got to know your record labels. Current, newer record labels, you've got your Atlantic Records, Electro Records, Sony Columbia Records. Then if you go back, you got the smaller labels that were part of those bigger, like I think it was Atco? Atco was off of Atlantic, I think. But then there was like Geffen, and then there was like little sub labels that they carried. So you pretty much got to know your labels. And I just do, because I've worked in music store and with music since '93, and I've been a music fan since forever. But like something like this, you're not going to see a label on. You're going to see something like produced by, and it's the same person. It's going to probably be just a small town. It ain't going to say New York City or Los Angeles, California. And you're going to look around and there's no label. Like this one here. Ooh, DBX. This might be a good album too. Like this says Creative World Records. Now, this is not a huge label. You're not going to recognize that as Atlantic or Geffen or anything like that. But this is an old artist, so you got to kind of go back a ways. And I'm trying to give you some other clues here. Obviously, here's one. RCA, that's a big label name. Capitol Records, big label name. Here's Columbia Records, big label name. I'm going to look this one up too. So when you look at something like this, and you're going to look at the pictures and they're going to look not very professional. I mean, who would take a picture like that, So just some of those keys are things to look out for. So that's cool that these sold for 40 bucks a pop. Here's one on this website, popsite.com. Never heard of that. One sold in 2015 for $50. So there are people out there. It is a jazz funk fusion mix is the way they're describing it there. So there's obviously a want for this album out there. Ooh, wait. He was a professor of woodwinds and chamber music he is the director of bands. So, and this is on Webster University website. So I guess maybe he worked at Webster University. He was also director of bands at DeSchmidt High School. So apparently he's somebody. So that's why there's, I guess, a want for his stuff. Kick ass. I did not realize that. I want to look this up, that DBX. Stan Kenton. I hope I'm giving enough information in these style of videos to teach you guys something. That's kind of the reason I wanted to do it, is go through, see what I find, and give you the reasons and reasons why I would have grabbed this or that. And hopefully just feed you a little bit more information to remember in your noggin. DBX, yeah, this one of these went up for auction, sold for $9.99. That tells me, and there was only, let's see, 2 bids, but it was one person. So one person wanted it. They came back, made an extra bid just in case somebody tried to outbid them. So that tells me that the demand is small, but people are probably willing to pay for it. Let's see here. And Discogs 6, 7, 10. So maybe not. Maybe not. I might put it up for, you know, $12.99 or so, but still, for under 50 cents into it. Just some more. I always grab the jazz, the classical, the soundtracks, and obviously any metal or rap I will grab. And then obviously any independent looking artists, or anything that's it's not in here. There was a couple that I picked up that I was like, oh, it intrigued me what it was, because it looked like maybe it was wasn't really a promo, but maybe a test pressing or something. I have never heard of this. It's not on a big label. As you can see, here's another example. Insight Records, but it's, you know, out of Minnesota. It's not out of California or anything. So that tells me it's a little label, and it probably was not mass produced. So let's take a look at this. Pig's Eye Jazz, or Jace. All right, nothing sold on eBay. Nothing current on eBay. Let me put in LP and we'll go to Google. First Fidelity Volume 2. That's it. All right, so on Discogs, $26.95, $28.99. So there's two up there. They have sold in the past. Last one sold in June. And they've sold all over from $30 to $99. So that's why I grabbed this stuff. Kick ass. Doing good on the vinyl today. Nice. Very nice. Let's see, what else can I teach you? This is just some classical Decca stuff. And then that piece again. So there we go on that. We'll move this out of the way. Kick ass on the vinyl. So hopefully there's something there. Does this thing fall again, or is it just me? All right. Hopefully there was something there you can retain and benefit from. Books, Cats, Life is Good. Oh. Get it cleaned up. That'll probably be a quick mover if I can get it cleaned up. Don't mess with Texas. People love being proud of their state, especially Texas. I know there's another one somewhere of this. Nike boot. Hiking boot. This is cool. I'd actually found this, and I found the hat that goes with it. And then I found a John Cena t-shirt that day too. So I found the hat that goes with that, so that's cool. Bass Pro. I always grab all Bass Pro stuff. Let me check, see what I have in stock Bass Pro stuff. Because I'm always buying it, but I don't really pay attention to if it sells. Which could be a bad thing, because I could be... No? I only got 14 Bass Pro items in my store. So obviously they are selling, because I've bought a lot more than 14 Bass Pro items for my store. And I wish I could just hit sold and all would come up, but that's not the way my eBay works, unfortunately. I have to go through all the process of archived orders. So let me do that. So this may take a second because it's a little bit slow, because eBay loves being slow. Orders. This will give you a clue. I'm sure you probably see a lot of Bass Pro stuff, especially if you go to an outlet. So let me give you some numbers on what I do with Bass Pro. Just trying to help you make more money, especially if you can get this stuff dirt cheap and everybody's passing it up. Boom. Why not? All right, so I got 14 in my store, 14 items in my store. November, I sold 8 Bass Pro items, not including shipping. I made $97.86. So over $10 an item on the Bass Pro items I bought. And like I said, that does not include shipping. With shipping, it's $170.59 because I charge shipping, and I always will charge shipping. So that was November. Let's check October. October only sold 2 at $22.13. Still over $10 per item, you know, not counting the shipping. Let's go back to September. September, only 1. See, I thought I had more Bass Pro stuff than this. And that was a clearance item, sold for $1.99. So that was in my store forever. 1 more month, August, only 1. But that was a $16.83 item. So, all right. I guess November was just good for Bass Pro stuff. Super good compared to everything else. But still, over $10 and $10 a piece made on each item. So I guess maybe be pickier on the Bass Pro stuff. Man, I could have swore I had a lot more in my store though. Humdy humdy hum. Budweiser King of Beers. This looks older too. No date. Cool stuff. And it's all in that tub. Let me go jump into this bag here. See what we got in here. We got media. Almost like when I tell you, especially this was an indie thing. Bullet 339 Records. Never heard of it. I'm probably gonna eat these. I bought probably like 50 or 60 of these. They were just laying in a bin, and I'm a sucker. It's not plugged in. My scanner's not plugged in, but I'm a sucker for this stuff, and I didn't look it up. I just went ahead and bought it. None on eBay. None sold on eBay. At least not by barcode. Maybe I should type in the title. This is a CD Baby, so that's definitely an indie artist. So you can download the album for $9.99. Let me type in this title, see what comes up. Cranks. All right, nothing up. Nothing. All right. Nope, that's not it. So it just looks like you can only get it on CD Baby on a download. Apple Music back in 2007. Well, the demand's probably not going to be there, but I got about 50 of them, so I'll probably just put them up for like $5 a piece just to hope that they fly out the door. But I'm not expecting them to. Led Zeppelin in Through the Outdoor, missing the cover. Sealed DVDs. I'll always grab the sealed ones for sure. Let's see if there's anything I can teach you on CDs. CDs will be one of my fortes, if you will. Always look for, like say you open this, see this item, open it up. Always look for made in Japan, made in West Germany, made in Germany. Those are going to be your first print stuff. Also, too, if it's something like from the early 80s, like a Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA, it doesn't have the barcode on it. That's going to be a very early first pressing. I believe that was the first album ever pressed onto CD. Let me see if that's true. Yep, Bruce Springsteen. The first commercially music compact disc pressed in the U.S. was Bruce Springsteen's Born in the USA. Pressed at the opening of CBS Records CD production plant in Terre Haute, Indiana in September of 1984. The album was recorded on analog master tapes and initially issued on both LP and cassette on June 4th, 1984. And if I remember correct, those will not have a barcode on it. So if you ever see one of them, first pressings, boom. Because back then they kept them in long cardboard boxes so that they would fit in the bins with the LPs. And they didn't have to send out special, bins to hold an album. Or to hold a CD, I should say. Just a bunch of various stuff. This is probably all just stuff I'll put up for $2. Let's see, classical, country, this is all $2 stuff for me. Nothing major, $2. Vanessa, George Winston, $2. Amy Grant, Gloria Aston, Dangerous Mind soundtrack. Copeland, Sanborn, Copeland. Trying to see if there's anything that jumps out. Well, one thing is, if you're not familiar with CDs, if you're somebody younger and CDs were before your time, oh, that made me feel old. That hit me right in the gut. CDs before your time. You will see barcodes, this, where the barcode's supposed to be. That is from a record club. Record clubs were those things you could buy 10 CDs for a penny, but then they would charge you, $15 for a disc, and you had to buy so many, one disc every month or something. You basically end up overpaying. And also, too, if you notice the difference here, there's another one. They'll say BMG Record Club on it. And then this is a record club also. Let me find a normal barcode. So your normal barcode is going to be this one on the bottom. See how big it is? And then you have this one at the top. It's shrunken down with some extra stuff on the end. If you notice that little extra on the end there, that's indicator of that it is a record club also. I believe that was Columbia House, and this other one was BMG. So that's why if you try scanning this barcode, you're probably not going to get nothing that comes up. But any other CD by Black Hawk, Strong Enough, and it has that barcode on it, it'll come up because they use different barcodes. So those are Record Club. And there is a growing collector's market for Record Club CDs. There was always the rumor that Record Club CDs, the quality was lower than normal. I don't know if that's true. I never had a super high-end system to know the difference. But there are people now that CDs have kind of gone to the wayside that somebody will want, the store-bought version, and that's what they'll call that, a store-bought version. They'll want the same CD in a BMG form, and then maybe even a Columbia House form, because, hey, it's a collection. You get addicted to collecting, right? So there is a market out there for these, and it's real iffy. I did a test where I wanted to test to see the market. Let me put CD and Record Club. So I put a bunch of CDs that I would get $1 to $1.99 out of. I put them up as Record Club editions and charged $5.99 for them. So I wish I did the test. So I've got 52 listed in my store. So let me go to that sold spot and see if any ever sold. See, now I'm reminding me. So here we go. So in November, I did have 3, looks like sold. One was a big part of a lot, so I'm not even going to try to find that in there. This person bought 40 CDs from me. But another one sold for $3.59, another one for $5. And it was stuff that I would normally sell for $1 to $1.99. So it's hit and miss. Sold one in October for $4.50. John Cougar Mellencamp. So I guess the market's not really there. And another one in September for $9.38. So I guess the market's really not there yet, but there are certain ones that people want. And I guess it's going to be more of your bigger artists. You're like Bruce Springsteens and stuff like that. Your Princes. See here, see, like I could spot a label or a CD from across the room. Like if I saw that on a shelf, I would know to grab it to see if this was a like first pressing, just because of the look, and see if it was made in Japan, and it was not, or West Germany. And that I can't teach you on that. I've learned that over time. Kenny G. Here's like a Mariah Carey. Well, that's not record club. It's just a little shorter. Like this one's a smaller label or smaller barcode, but it don't have that extra on the end. That's just normal. That's why it threw me for a second. Pet Shop Boys. Dun, 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 dun. Try to find something here. ABBA. See if there's anything more I can show you. I'm just sharing stuff today. I was in a share mood. All I'm doing is listing all day. So I figured, you know what? Let's make a quick video. Raise the base. It's just all common $2 crap. I was hoping to have something huge here somewhere, but apparently not. Sealed in ya. Diana Croft, Taylor Dane, tell it to my heart. Oh, sorry. Don't do that again, Miss Natalie Cole. All right, that's all the CDs in here, it looks like. I Teach. Rockwood NEA. Apple logo, but I don't know what that means, if it's legit, if I can even sell it. Mira Vista jacket, Duxter. It's a cool jacket. Got that vintage look to it. Another CD, Bonnie Raitt. See, I know I had a lot more Bass Pro Shop. Maybe it's sold over summer and I can't go back that far, which would make sense because people go fishing more in the summer. Swedish, is that the fish? Those fish gummy candies, fish. Miley Cyrus, Sting. I'm not a fan of Sting, his voice. I can't handle his voice. I just can't. Him and the Police. So Nike hoodie with title. That's cool. All right, we're getting down to the end here. Dirty Dog, Ever Ale. Like I said, I always grab all brewery stuff, no matter what. The Outlaws, Waylon Jennings, right? The Outlaws. Oh, that's Various Artists. I thought it was actually The Outlaws. That was Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings. There was two others. I guess Willie Nelson, maybe? I don't remember. Bud Light, Joe Picks. Anyway, and I threw all of this stuff in a bag that I picked up at the outlet too. Like I said, I tried getting bags that I can resell. Nicki Minaj. And this was a cool bag. Nautica. Nice blue. Oh, it's a kick-ass bag. So, let me know if you like this type of video. Like, comment, let me know. Share, all that good stuff. Don't forget to subscribe. If you've noticed, I've got monetized now, so I can make a little money. So let me know if you like this type of video, and maybe I'll do more, because I still got probably 500, 700 items in the garage that from this pickup that I haven't got to yet. So I'm going to process this and start getting it listed. So thanks everybody for watching. Later.